Hi everyone, the European Union really does not let us nail product manufacturers get bored, and unfortunately that also means it does not let you nail technicians get bored either. Well, another ingredient has been added to the expected ban list, and this is important. It has not been banned yet, but it is expected to be banned. So I wanted to let you know in advance so you can also start preparing for it in time. Which ingredient are we talking about? It is none other than Tetrahydrofurfuryl Methacrylate. Whoever can repeat that after me gets a high five. But don't worry, I'm going to say it a few more times. So what do you need to know about Tetrahydrofurfuryl Methacrylate? Basically, it is a methacrylate monomer, and it is generally used in UV curing plastic products, coatings, adhesives, and of course in nail industry products as well. The question is, which nail industry products can contain it? Not surprisingly, UV curing nail products. So typically gel-based products, gel polishes, builder gels, top gels, acryl gels, and so on. It can occur in all of these. That does not mean it is definitely in them, only that these are the types of products where it may appear. And why do manufacturers use this ingredient in products in the first place? Because it has several positive properties. For example, it can improve the flexibility of the finished, cured product, and it can also improve adhesion. It is very useful for influencing viscosity, meaning the thickness and workability of the material. It can also reduce the shrinkage of the product or material after curing. But now there is a problem with this ingredient. So what exactly is the problem with it? The issue is that the European Union decided in an earlier regulation to classify this ingredient as CMR category 1B, meaning it is considered reprotoxic or presumed to be harmful to reproduction. And in addition to that, I believe it was also classified as a serious skin sensitizer. I think that is how the regulation phrases it, although I'm not completely sure about the exact wording right now. So that is another hazard category it has been classified into. Now, based on these two hazard classifications, the European Commission has clearly indicated that this ingredient will be added to Annex 2 of the EC Cosmetics Regulation 1223/2009. That annex lists the ingredients that are prohibited in cosmetic products, meaning they cannot be used. The question is, from when will this come into effect? At the moment, we do not know the exact date for sure, but in professional circles, people are saying that it may come into force from February 1st, 2027. So there is still some time until then, but it is good for you to know about it. Why is it good to know about it now? Because this gives you time to prepare properly. We all know very well from the whole TPO situation that when a ban comes into effect, it does not only mean that the product can no longer be placed on the market or that it can no longer be sold from that date. Unfortunately, based on the previous example, it also means that it can no longer be used in salons either. That is what we have seen so far, and that is what I am assuming in this case as well. This is exactly why we are telling you in advance that from February 1st, 2027, this ingredient is expected to be banned as well. And products containing it will most likely no longer be allowed to be used in salons either. So what would I do now if I were in your place? I would specifically check whether this ingredient appears in the ingredient list of my products, especially in the case of UV curing gel products. Once again, Tetrahydrofurfuryl Methacrylate. And by the way, in the official INCI name, it may also appear as Tetrahydrofurfuryl 2 Methacrylate. But so you don't have to memorize this now. I will write it in the first comment under the video, and then you can check it there. If this ingredient is listed on the label, then that product will most likely become prohibited from February 1st, 2027. Of course, that is a separate question whether it is even listed on the label in the first place and whether the correct INCI names are used on the label. I don't want to go into that now. I do have concerns about this as well, and I have already talked about it in several previous videos, but let's not deal with that part now. Let's assume that the labeling is correct, and if the ingredient needs to be listed, then it is listed. If the product really contains it, you will be able to find it, and then you will know that this is one of the products you need to use up before the ban takes effect. And finally, what is the situation on the Mystic Nails side? Well, Mystic Nails did have affected products. This is very important. did have, but no longer does. These were a few UV art gels and a few competition builder gels. But from mid-June 2026, so basically for a little over a week and a half now, we have completely switched production to tetrahydrofurfuryl methacrylate free versions. So from now on, if anyone buys any of these products that may have contained this ingredient before, the new productions and the new batches will no longer contain it. And if you bought any of these products earlier, it is worth checking them. Once again, February 1st, 2027. There is still time until then, but let's prepare for it.